Okay, in this session, what we're going to do real quickly is we're going to go through every track that is not, bass related, like a kick, um, a bass, some stuff with very low frequencies. I want to concentrate on all the stuff that's going to be above, in the low, mid, and upward. And I want to put in a high pass filter on every single EQ for every single one of these tracks, and just dial out those frequencies out of those tracks. Because what I want to do is start working on the bass and the kick and some of the other lower instruments here that are up front at the beginning here. And I want to be able to hear them in the mix better. And I'm going to have to do it eventually anyway. So I might as well just do it right now. So it will help me do my sound design. So very quickly. And so, okay, just look over here. See all this sound here? We don't need any of that, because right about here is where you're getting the main frequencies of this sound. And even though it's hard to hear this, once you go through every track, and every single track that lives, from 320 hertz upward has all this low frequency sound right here, and you mount it, multiply it track by track by track by track, what happens is it's going to affect all the instruments that are going to live in this area, and it's going to make them undefinable. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through each one of these. So let's just listen to this. And what you're going to do is just take a high pass filter and just roll off those low frequencies, and you won't even be able to tell that they're missing. So there you go. It's that simple. See, you can't hear the difference. So what I'll do is I'll turn it on and off, and you're going to be able to hear somewhat of a difference. But you got to remember, if the kick and the bass are in this area, this sound of this synth ARP is it doesn't need to be there, because it will be competing with the bass and the kick. So let's just roll it off, and the difference in sound is very subtle, and you wouldn't even be able to hear it when you have everything together with it. So just take it out, get rid of it. So that's all we need. We just roll that off with a high pass, and next we'll go to this sound right here. Let's see what this sound is. Let's get this sound here real quick. I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but I'll just give you enough. I'll do enough of them so you get the idea here, and basically this is all I'm doing. So this is number 3, and we can just solo it here. So that's 3. So look at all that. All this stuff in here, we don't need any of that. So let's just take that out real quick. Okay, we got that out. Let's see what this is right here. And that will be number 4. Let's get rid of that. All right. Let's go down here. Let's see what this is. There's our hi-hat. Okay, so your hi-hat doesn't need to have any of this, these low frequencies in it. So we'll just turn it on and get it out of there. And now once we get into doing our final mix, we'll be going through every track and we'll be fine tuning the EQ. And, you know, we're basically doing a whole remix of this one song, and we're doing some sound design. But it's really important to get, it's really important to be able to hear all the tracks, hear everything. And, you know, especially when you're mixing. But again, it's really important to be able to hear it when you're sound designing. And a lot of people like to, you know, mix as they write and stuff. Well, that's fine. That's great. But the things that I'm showing you here, if you're going to write and mix at the same time, yeah, you still need to have a good gain structure and be able to hear every track so that you can help yourself sound design better. So let's go through a couple more and see how we do this, how the difference is. And so we'll go to the open hi-hat. Let's get this in here. Let's see if we get... See, we don't have much there, but you know what? I'm still taking it out. There we go. Let's go to the next one. And that's our close hi-hat. See, we got some down here. We don't need any of this stuff here. And so basically all you're going to do is go to each track, just like I'm doing, and just dial out all the low frequencies on tracks that aren't going to live in that frequency range. And so basically I'm dialing off everything in the, you know, the 320, the 160 and above on most of these sounds, because they don't, this area between, you know, 20 and 160, maybe even up to 320 is going to be for your lower frequency instruments and sounds. So we need to make room for them so that we can hear them better when we're, you know, sound designing and when we do our mix. So basically this is what you need to do. And it's really not that complicated. So what you need to do is just go with the 320 or 160 and above, you know, instruments that are going to live in that range, and dial out any of the low frequencies that are not needed for those sounds. It's simple as that. So I'll see you guys in the next one.